It's Week 8 of the NFL, and we'll see Joe Mixon, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen. Partner, this should be a good one here in the month of October. Got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023, had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Indianapolis. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, Richardson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity, but the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down for Houston. On the ground, it's Mixon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his 2nd year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Jelani Woods. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So after 1, it's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Second down and 8. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. The Colts have got a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Now Richardson. He's got his big tight end, Jelani Woods. Touchdown, Colts. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. Oh, what a run. down inside the 30-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Stroud to throw here on first and 10. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The next drive about ready to commence. I want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Tonight on Sunday Night Football, two teams with plenty of playoff history, both historically and recently. The Cowboys and the Niners from Santa Clara, followed tomorrow night with Monday Night Football at the blue-collar team. The Giants and the Steelers meet up in Pittsburgh with kickoff time at 8:15 Eastern. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. It's second down. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it, Mike, time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser. And the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, they are going to attack it. And in this case, they're able to pop it loose and come up with a big takeaway.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Here's a third down and 4. To throw is Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans first down as the defense cannot come up with the big play there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Catch made, that's Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Richardson going to look to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. And this is blocked. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jordan Love has thrown a touchdown pass. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the 2nd half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico
as
and
we
Greg
expected.
Olsen.
We'll see if there's a surprise coming up Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And with that last run, that moves him over 1,000 rushing yards on the year. A nice milestone in what has been an exceptional season on the ground. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Kenny Moore there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. They'll go play action with Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. On first down, it's Richardson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Don't need much. It is third and inches. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And he will take it in himself. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Mixon. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. It is 3rd and 10. Stroud to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Texans first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to have a Texans first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. They'll run with Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. 1st and 10. A run here with Mixon. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball...
He puts it up, and it's caught! Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So it's a win here for the Texans, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.